What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to The Climb with Luzenak. Today, it is Europa League knockout time, ladies and gentlemen. The first round, we are going to be taking on young boys. And, well, before we talk about that, I want to talk about one young boy of our own, Kofi. He showed improvement last time. 13 finishing we were celebrating just last episode. Look how he's grown. 20 composure. Oh my word, oh my word. Kofi, what have you been having for breakfast and how can I get it into the rest of the team? This level of development has been insane, and more insane as of late. His composure really has rocketed up. I mean, it doesn't seem like that long ago. It was down at 14 and here he is now, a grown lad. He's become the boy, he's become the key player at the team. And I kind of want to try playing him at striker. If not in the first game of today's episode, maybe in the second. As of course, it is over 2 legs, the games against Young Boy today. And, well, hopefully we're going to get a good result against the are they Swiss or Austrian? They're Swiss. The Swiss team, I knew that. Obviously founded in 1895. Their key player is Lepenon. If we just take a quick peek at him, I'm assuming he's French. Indeed he is. He's decent, but we're better, and well, hopefully we're going to show some superiority today. Of course, we are still on the road, I think, for a win in a live com this season. Hopefully we're going to get it today, otherwise I will start to panic. Since you were last here, of course, we took on Bordeaux, and we played a handful of games, if you had 6 fingers. Can 6 games fit in a hand? Answers on a postcard, I don't know. But in 2 of those games, we've taken on Nancy, so let's talk about those. The first was in the Coupe de France, where we won 2-1, and it was not the most convincing results, this first win. They actually took the lead through Claude Maurice in the first half, and, well, in the second half, Kene got a goal. In fact, he's got a few since you were last here, which is nice, because I have commented on the fact he got goals at the start of the season, then kind of forgot how to score, but his goal was not important, not in the grand scheme of things, because Brass, with the final hit of the game, a long shot from distance, got us the win. What an incredible last-minute goal. The absolute scenes were incredible, and well, we followed that up with another win against Nancy, not quite in the same emphatic fashion. This time it finished 3-0. I guess 3-0 is still emphatic, but it wasn't the late drama, put it that way. In this game, Brad got one, as did Marlon Adriano and Lopez chipping in, which was great to see. And I hoped off the back of those 2 games, that would give us some momentum going into a game against Lyon. Did it? If it did, we didn't see that momentum because it finished 3-1. We were dominated. We were, well, humiliated, really. Unfortunately for us, Kene got us off to a good start. 1-0 up, 64 minutes gone. You'd hope that maybe we'd settle into the game. Once we got the lead, you know, at home, that would be that. But no, Edouard picked up 2 goals for them in the space of 5 minutes. It was a quick double, a bit of a gut punch, really. All that momentum that I felt like we'd built up was gone, and well, in a desperate attempt to get that goal that we needed for the equaliser with 5 minutes left, we threw men forward. Did they do anything? Of course they blooming didn't, and in the end they grabbed a 3rd goalie on to really flatter themselves. 3-1 it finished. We had chances in that one, a game that maybe we'll look back on at the end of the year as a missed opportunity, I suppose. Anyway, the next game we had was against Lens. We got a 1-1 draw here. Marlon Adriano with another goal. He's got a few in this recent run of game. 2 for the season, 2 in the Champions League as well, I suppose. And that secured us a point, which, I mean, I would have expected a lot more, but Lens are going quite strong in the league. They were promoted, I think, just in the last couple of years. You can see here they've kind of been on a steady road of improvement, but currently they're in 6th, so a draw against them away from home wasn't terrible, and we followed that up with a 2-0 win against Clermont-Foot in the Coupe de France quarter-final, and then a win against Toulouse most recently, Kofi getting it for us inside the first 5 minutes. A record attendance at this game as well, 19,000 fans flocked to see the Luzenak v Toulouse local game, and yeah, it was Kofi, as I mentioned, with the goal scoring antics to get us the win. It's not a flawless run of form, as you've noticed. We lost against Lyon, which means we further slipped down the pecking order. We further lost ground on them, who kind of currently sit in 2nd still. For ourselves, we are now tied on points with Marseille, Nice trailing a little further behind. All in all, I'm hoping that we're still going to be pretty good for a top 4 finish, but as you may have noted, we are now into the Coupe de France semi-final, where we're taking on Lille, and well, of course, we are, of course, in the Europa League still, which I think at this point have to be the 2 main focuses. So anyway, today we're going to do the games against Young Boys. Regarding the quarter-final against Lille, I don't think I'm going to do it as a live com, just because I feel like we're doing a lot of live coms already this year, and really, we've won this competition. The quarter-finals or the semi-finals is nice, but I want to keep the focus on Europe. We've had success in that Coupe de France. If we get to the final, maybe we reevaluate it then. But the semi-final against Lille is one which I'd hope we would do well in. Although when you look at the head-to-head here, we definitely don't have the better over them. Although in recent games, I was going to say we've been a little better. It's not even really true. We've been pretty lacklustre against Lille over the years. But if there's going to be a time to turn it around, it will be that game there. So anyway, the plan today is to do the two Young Boys games. The Nantes game in between we will gloss over for the sake of time. I know for some of you watch these on your lunch breaks. If the episodes are longer than 30 minutes long, you're not getting to watch it all. And I want to look out for you guys. Anyway, little bit of squad news. We are tired, so some rotation is going to be needed, which is a bit unfortunate. I probably should have planned a little more around this competition. Of course, the January transfer window has closed, and I did actually make a signing, so we should probably talk about that before we go any further. The player we've signed is Bailstra. That is definitely not how you say his name, but I'm just going to call him Bailstra. He is an Italian forward, can play a real variety of positions. And I really, really like him as not only an advanced forward, but also as a player who can play out on the right wing, cutting in on his left foot. Media description is a wonder kid. He's only 20 years old. And we signed him for 4.5 million from Lazio. He was not particularly happy with how things were going at Lazio. They were, well, I think he was transfer listed by request. We met the demands. And he's joined us. So I think he's a really good addition on the bench, or was going to be on the bench for today's game. I'm now actually weighing up having to start him, potentially as the shadow striker, because as I mentioned, he can play a real variety of positions. And to be honest, I want to give him a chance. He's not really had a chance yet in the team. I think he's made 1 appearance off the bench. No, 3 appearances on off the bench. Yet to make a start. Today is the day, Marco. I've got faith in you. Anyway, the rest of the team is kind of what you would expect. We are going to have to be wary of a few tired legs in the defensive half, but I really don't want to rotate things too much. With the kind of current condition issues in mind, I imagine the midweek game against Nantes, we will play a rotated team so that going into the second leg, barring us completely blowing them out here, going into the second leg, we are fresh-legged and, ready and raring to go to hopefully see out this result. We are playing at home first, so of course a good defensive display here is paramount. Let's keep a clean sheet. Let's limit the away goals. It's usually a pretty good foundation to success in Europe, especially in the knockout stages. And yeah, I expect us to win this game. I would like to imagine we'll win it convincingly, but going on how this season's kind of played out, we've struggled for goals at times. Of course, we have got a few new faces in the team, which I think has been an issue. But ultimately, we are still third in the league. For all the draws we've had in recent games, for the lack of defeats as well, we've only lost a handful of games, really. We have looked pretty good going forward. As Julio Cesar misses one effort, misses another as well. Was a tight angle, to be fair, the second effort. But no, we're doing well this season. I feel like I'm very conscious of this season. You guys have seen a lot of the games against the harder teams. So the fact that actually this season for the whole has been quite successful, it kind of goes a little underappreciated. I'm desperately hoping we're going to get a win here so you can see what we're all about as we carve out opportunity after opportunity. Another double chance there for Julio Silva as well again. Really surprised at the fact that we've carved them open so easily on a couple of occasions now. On both occasions, it's been a shot that's blocked and then a second effort that also doesn't find the back of the net. And in fact, at half-time, I imagine Young Boys would be pretty happy if this stays 0-0. And, I'm not happy by comparison. We're going to get a bit shouty. We should be beating them. It's men against boys. And we need to teach them a lesson. We're going to school them in the second half. I want to believe. Ari whips in the ball, cleared away. I was expecting it to fall onto Noan Kene's right boot. Unfortunately, it didn't on that occasion. But the ball has not been dealt with yet. There is still time for us to carve something out. Kayate to Marsden. Now with Felipe Jonathan. Building out from the back. I don't mind this. Bailstra. Fred through Julio Cesar. Can he finish it on this occasion? No. I mean, there's a point at which I have to take him off. And I think that point has come and gone. Sesko, who has fallen down the pecking order this year. Come on down. Come on down, Sesko. We miss you. He would have scored some of these chances. I am certain of it. Coming up to an hour gone. Genuinely don't know how we've not scored in this game. We've had so many opportunities. And we've got another one here. Long throw into the box. Bailstra's there. Heads it just over the bar. I think the keeper had it covered. Goes out for a goal kick. And, it hasn't exactly been a classic this first leg so far, although I want to believe that if we can get one goal, the floodgates will open. Sesko with the big ball over the top. Can he score? It's going to be a very tough angle to do so from, and that's nearly gone out for a throw-in. Maybe I should take off Sesko now. Maybe we should just go through all the different strikers in the team. Either way, 18 minutes left. This has been pretty blooming shocking, hasn't it? I'm going to move Bell straight out onto the right, cutting in on his left foot, and I'm going to bring in Ortiz down the middle. Ari, who is usually just an ever-present part of the team, has been disappointing. I'm also going to bring in Lopez for Kofi, I think, out on the left-hand side. Lopez dropped today just purely because of fitness concerns. We need a goal, though. We've made all our changes. I don't really want to go more attacking than what we're on now. We've created opportunities. I want to believe we'll take one in the last couple of minutes, but it almost feels like this game is destined just to fizzle out into another 0-0. Back-to-back 0-0s. And, well, we've had the chances there and we've just not taken them, frankly. I can't quite believe how wasteful we were there. I don't want to blame anyone. Cesar, who's on a goal drought. I don't want to blame anyone. Sesko, who's also on a goal drought. But, no, ultimately, we look really good there. We created a lot of opportunities in that game. It finishes 0-0, which does make me a little nervous going into the second leg away from home. But ultimately, if we perform like that, I have to believe that our luck is going to be in a little bit more and we are going to find the back of the net eventually. Either way, we've got that nonce game in between. I'm going to play a rotated team for it. A little bit of a risk perhaps, but I think it needs to be done in the grand scheme of things. I will join you guys when we are away from home. We're going to be in Switzerland. Get your luggage packed. We're going on a holiday. Let's do this. Okay guys, so we are back here for the second game of today's episode. It's against Young Boys, 0-0 after the first leg. Bit of pressure on us, but of course knowing that an away goal of any kind really changes the complexion is nice. We can afford a scoring draw today. As long as we don't lose outright on the night, we go through. I would love to be in a much more comfortable position than this, but of course our strikers have decided that goals are overrated, and while they continued to think they were overrated when we took on Nantes, I'm not going to talk about this. We lost 1-0. I still feel quite salty about it, to be honest. It was an unfortunate result. We, had some pretty good moments in the game, but ultimately they scored a goal. We didn't, and the goal scoring drought leaves us in a bit of a pickle. Nice now breathing down our neck with 12 games remaining, and as much as I want to deny the fact the league is a focus this year, it's hard to ignore the fact that, frankly, some clean sheets have been good, but on the offensive side of things, we've just been lacking goals. And it is leaning me towards possibly changing things up slightly. Nothing too drastic really, but I think for this game here, we're going to try the 4-2-3-1, but with the DMs pushed forward to centre mid. And I'm going to also play Kofi today starting at striker. Yes, everyone else has failed me. Sesko's failed me, and I feel like Kofi's the man. Kofi's the boy. He's going to do it for us. I say that, he's got not a great average rating up front, but that was before he got 13 finishing and 20 composure. Yeah, if we don't score in this game here, I don't know what. I genuinely won't know what to say at that point. Obviously, we've got options on the bench. Julio Cesar's there, Sesko's there, Balestra's there as well. Huskeric, you'll notice, is starting out on the left with Kofi playing up top. We have rested the team. That was another reason perhaps why we can excuse the 1-0 defeat in the league. And we're ready and raring to go. I'm hoping this is going to be comfortable. I'm hoping this is going to be a bossy performance. Mostly, I would just like to see us get a goal and a win. Is that too much to ask for? Maybe it is. I don't know. I feel like I'm losing my mind, though, here at the moment. We've really not been a bad team this year. I can't stress that enough. Just 0-0 after 0-0 after 0-0. I want to give you some entertainment, folks. I want to give you goals. And as much as I admire a hard-fought defensive performance and 0-0s galore, it's sometimes nice to watch the floodgates get opened. I'm hoping that today we've got the key to the floodgates. Maybe someone's given us the code for the key card and we can open up those floodgates and let the water come in. That's what I'm going to be hoping for. Is Ari... I mean, if Ari is going to do that, that's not a great sign. 3 minutes gone, he's having a speculative long shot. But it is a long shot, which I suppose is something. We've got a long throw here. It's going to be... well, who is it going to be? It's going to be Felipe Jonathan. Of course it's going to be. Long throw forward. Kofi's under it. Kofi hits the crossbar again. Ari scores in off the post, I think. It's in. We've got a goal, everyone. Can we get an hallelujah or something in the comments? Right, hallelujah. If you're watching the video at this point, praise someone. Doesn't have to be an hallelujah. It can be anything. Just I just want to thank the benevolent being who is the god of Football Manager. Whoever you are, thank you for giving me a goal. Now let me get to the final and win this competition, please. My word. The fact that I am calling upon the fictional Football Manager gods really gives you an idea of the situation we find ourselves in right now. It's desperate times, everyone. It's not been easy. But can we get another long throw? That's how we'll do it. Long throws galore. Kofi under it, cleared away to Huskarich. Could go back wide, could go left or right. They are defending so narrow. Ari with lots of space to operate in. Gives it to Lopez, who's back in the team. It's 2-0. We're going to win a game. Why have I said... If we lose it now, I'm editing that bit out. I've had enough of saying stuff at 2-0 and then us losing. Genuinely, this is a game that we should have won so much more comfortably in the first leg. I am just relieved that today we're being clinical. Today we're putting on a clinic in finishing. I was concerned that it was just going to be deja vu again. We've looked good. 2 goals up, half-time quickly approaching. And despite not having as much of the ball, you'd have to say we have been the better team. Boys, I'm happy. I'm proud. We've not had a striker score yet. I guess Lopez is kind of a striker. But we've not had Kofi score yet. Maybe this is the moment. The ball thrown forward to Kene. The header away. Back to Felipe Jonathan. Failed with his throw-in. Can he put in a cross of quality? Not with a tackle like that coming flying in. That was a really good tackle. Fortunately for us, we've still got the ball here. Ari now with it. Cutting inside from this right-hand side. Can he finish it? No. Although, Von Balmoos, that's a great name. What's your first name? Please say it's Dom. No, it's Dave. He's a real person. David Von I want to say Balmoos, but it might be Balmoos. I don't know. Balmoos. It's a great name. It's a amusing... Get out. Get out. I now deserve to lose this. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm going to bring in Sesko for Kofi. Kofi's actually had a good game. But really, I want to end the goal-scoring drought. I'm also going to bring in Belstrith, the young Italian, out in the wide area. See if he can get into gear, maybe find his groove. This is a game which I think I can say with some confidence now we are going to win. They've not created anything in terms of meaningful chance pretty much all game. And we've actually taken our half chances today, which is nice. Kene with the ball. Should go wide. Does go wide. Felipe Jonathan cutting inside to Belstra. Whips it back post. Ari's there. Takes a touch. Play it back across. He does. Belstra. Oh, the end product was not quite there. I thought that was going to be a really nicely worked goal. We knocked the ball around so superbly. Unfortunately, there was no end product. Although, I was going to say, we've got the ball back. But then we've given it away as quickly as we've earned it back. Asale bringing the ball forward here. Switches it over to the right-hand side. Dodono, another fantastic name. Asale, shot block to Sale. Second bite of the cherry is what was required. He gets the goal. It's 2-1. I mean, they still need 2 more because of away goals. So I'm not going to panic. We are going to shout at the players, but we're not going to panic. Everyone remain calm. Remain calm. Oh, my word. Please not like this, Football Manager. Please not like this, Football Manager. 15 minutes left. We've been the better team. Come on, let's get the goal here. Felipe Jonathan, big ball forward. Keeper collects. I'm scared. Sadella, he's out of tackles. Don't be a naughty boy. The last thing I need right now is just going down a man. Ball brought forward here. Fran Lopez bringing it forward. Can he finish? Oh my God. They've not even had a clear-cut chance or a half chance. It's 2-2. I don't really want to change anything. They did nothing for so long in this game. Keeping is shocking there by Tomov. It's 2-2. Not like this. Not like this, Football Manager. I've got one last sub. I'm going to take off Brass, who's getting a bit tired. And we're going to bring in... I'm going to bring in Amadou Colley just for a little bit of defensive steel. Because I think that's what we need right now. Defensive steel and Kene... Go centre mid on defence. Let's just hold the fort, boys. Let's just get this result over the line, albeit unconvincingly. Time is trickling away, which is fine by me. We've still not won in a live com this year. It's embarrassing, but we are scraping through. I don't know why we've managed to concede 2 there. We were so good going forward. Created a lot. We didn't give up too many opportunities, but they took the few chances that came their way. We've been let off the hook there, haven't we, really? Let's be honest. We've been reeled in on a fishing line and then let off and let back into the water to swim and live another day. And, well, the Europa League knockout round 2 is another day that we're going to be coming back for. I really don't know what's happening here. I don't feel like we deserve to make it through that, but I'm not going to complain. We live to fight another day. somehow. I don't know when the Europa League draw is going to happen. Is it anytime soon? It doesn't seem like it, sadly. So I guess we'll leave it a mystery. Yeah, that's right. A mystery for next time. Will we have a nice easy draw, or is it going to be more difficult? I mean, I thought Young Boys was an easy draw, but they made it blooming hard, didn't they? I do think they've got some actually quite good players. I'd be curious to know, actually, if we just look at their kind of player salaries. How much are their players on? See, their players are on so little. We should have been beating them more convincingly. Asale, one of the players who scored against us, I mean, he's not bad. They made it through to the Europa League knockout, so they're not terrible, but at the same time, I'm disappointed with the way that game's gone. I can't pretend to hide it. I thought that was going to be much more convincing, and it does leave me feeling pretty nervous about this recent run of form now, which starts to look pretty blooming ugly, especially with a couple of defeats in the league in there as well. Either way, we're going to try and reset mentally. The league has escaped us. PSG, enjoy your trophy. The Europa League is going to be ours. The Coupe de France final, we will think about. Will we be there? You'll have to tune in next time to find out. I will see you guys for the second knockout round. I'm ready. I hope you are too. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time. It is me, Jack. I'm going to go cry and complain about my team some more. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.